Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Mohammad Zubair, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is Microsoft PowerPoint 2021 18 awesome new features. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Dark mode. Well, now we can have different modes that we can apply to our Office. Go to your file section and after that go to your accounts. And from here you can see that we have Office theme, and if you click on this drop down arrow, here we have 5 different options to go for. You can either go for colorful, then you have dark gray, then you have black, white, and you can go with the system setting. With this option, your Office will get all the settings from your system. Let's go with the black one. So this is how it looks like now. Number 2. Check accessibility. Well, this feature allows you to have your content in more optimal way, and it will help you to have more reach for your content. If you go into your review section, here it says check accessibility. If you just click on it, here it has opened a small window on the right side of your screen. Here it says different things, like it says missing alternative text, then it says missing slide titles, and in the warning section it says check reading order, and then we have tips. So it means these are different things that we can apply to our content in order to have more reach of our content and to make our content more better. That's a really good tip, and now let's move on to the next one. New and improved record slideshow. As we all know that earlier we could record our slideshow, but now they have went one step ahead and they have improved a lot of things in this particular thing. So this is my slideshow, and here you can see it says record slideshow. So if I just click on it, what it will do, it will start the recording of my slideshow, and here I have an option to start, and then you can stop, and then we can replay. If you just click on your record button, after 3 seconds, here you have different things that you can apply and you can perform onto this slideshow. So what you need to do, you just need to pick a pen and start using it onto your slide, and from here you can move your slide, and then you have your different options in here, and here you have your settings related to your microphone and camera. And here you also have one setting that says clear recording. Well, now in case if you want to stop this recording, just click on the stop button or pause this. I will just stop this recording, and to get out of this, just click on this cross icon. What if you want to see the recording of this particular slideshow? Well, to do so, just click on this button that says from beginning. What it will do, it will show you everything that you have just recorded. Number 4. Arrange element on your slides for screen readers. Well, now we can arrange number of things that appeared onto our slide. For example, here you can see we have different things onto our slide. This is one text box and this is one text box. Let's say I want to add a table in here. So what I'll do, I'll just choose a table, and you can arrange it onto your slide anywhere. What if you want to rearrange the elements onto your slide? To do so, just go to your review section, and here we have an option that says check accessibility. So if you just click on it, earlier I have shown you that how it gives you some suggestions and tells you about errors and warning. Now I will tell you one more thing. So if you just click on this check reading order, and if you scroll down, these are the slides number that are there in your presentation. Just click on any of these slide, and after that click on this drop down arrow, and from here just click verify object order. Now as you can see, I have 2 text boxes and both of these are shown here. From here you can rearrange the elements onto your slide. This is how you can improve the content on your slide. Just like here we have title bar, then we have again a title bar, and we also have a placeholder. For example, I want to shift this at the top. What I need to do, I just need to drag it and drop it on top of it. And here you can see we have title in the middle, and here I can again shift it at the top, and now my title is on the top. So this is how the reading order is. So it means when you will start your slideshow, these things will appear in this manner. And now let's move on to the next one. Share the document. Well, to use this feature, make sure you have your PowerPoint open from your online repository. Just click on this button that says share. And from here it says save to cloud. Just click on it, and from here again go to your online directory, and from here just save it. After you are done saving your file in the online repository at your system, because if you do not know, OneDrive is the default repository for Microsoft Office. So I have just saved this particular presentation, or you can say slides, into my OneDrive directory. After that, you will only be able to share this PowerPoint. So here, just write the name or email address of the person with whom you want to share this particular PowerPoint slides. So I will just write the email address of the concerned person. And if you do not know the email address, you can just write the name here. But that will only be possible if that person is added into your address book. After that, you have two options, can edit or can view. If you go with can edit, this person will be able to edit this particular PowerPoint slides. And if you go with can view, that person will only be able to view this content and will not be able to edit it. And in case if you want to add a message in here, just click here, type your message, and just click on this share button. In case if you want to share with more than one person, keep adding the addresses, and after that just click on share. And this is how your content will get shared. And here you can see this person can only view this content and cannot do anything else. And with that, let's move on to the next one. Link to a slide. Well, as I have shown you that how you can share your document, now I'll show you that how you can share only a particular slide. I'm onto my PowerPoint web, and from here I'll show you how to do it. Just go to that particular slide. For example, I want to share that one. So what I need to do, I just need to right click on this one, and from here you can see it says link to this slide. Just click on it. From here it will give you an option to copy your link, and as you can see here, this is a link in here, and here you have some privileges like you can allow that person to edit or just see that content, and you also have some other options. After that, just click on apply, copy your link and share that link with any person you want. And with that, let's move on to the next one. See what's new in stock media. Well, you might be surprised to know that now we can add stock media into our PowerPoint slides. Go to your insert option, and after that, here we have a section that says picture. If you just click on it, here you have an option that says stock images. Earlier that was not available in PowerPoint. Just open it. From here, if you click on this right arrow, it will keep on opening new and new directories or categories. So you can go to anyone and you can select a particular stock media. Let's say I want to go into the green one. Now you just need to select a particular stock media in order to insert it into your PowerPoint. So I'll just click on this one, and now I just need to click on this insert button. Well, what if you want to add more than one? Well, in that case, just keep clicking the pictures that you want to add, and after that, just click on insert button. It will download all of them and it will insert all of them into your PowerPoint. And with that, let's move on to the next one. Find what you need with Microsoft Search. Well, now Microsoft Search is a really powerful thing. For example, as I have shown you that how you can add stock media into your PowerPoint, but with the help of Microsoft Search, you can do so with one step. Well, as you can see, this is the Microsoft Search. What I need to do, I just need to write the name of that tool or thing that I want to use. So let's say I want to use stock media or stock images. So I will just write here stock, and here you can see it says insert from Microsoft 365 stock images. After just clicking on it, it will straight away open the stock image gallery, and from here you can download different things into your PowerPoint. So that's a really cool thing. And now let's move on to the next one. Try the sketch style outline. Well, who does not like to have different designs and different pictures or shapes into their slides? I'll show you that how Microsoft have went one step ahead. So this is the shape I want to add in here. Now what I can do now, I can give a sketchy, or you can say hand drawn look to the outline of this particular shape. To do so, just select this shape and after that go to shape outline, and from here you can see it says sketched. From here you can select any type. For example, I'll go with this one. Now this picture looks like that someone has drawn it from his hand. So this is how you can give a real look to different shapes and different designs into your PowerPoint. And let's see what do we have next. Pick the perfect color. To do so, just select your shape or image or anywhere you want to add the color. After that, right click on it or go to shape outline, and here you can see you have different colors available in here. Well, let's say you do not want to add a particular color into a shape or anything. Let's say you are just typing. For example, this is something and here you want to have a perfect color. To do so, just click on this drop down arrow and here you can see it says more color. Just click on it. From here you can have perfect color, and now we have one more option, and that is if you go into your custom section, you can add the hex value of a particular color and that color will get added or will get applied onto your content. Same goes for different shapes. So I will just right click on it. From here I'll go to outlines, more outline colors. This time I'll go with hex option and here it is. After that just click on OK, and this is how you can set a perfect color to your content. Dictation. Well, this is a really cool feature and some of you might have used it in Windows 10 and even in Windows 11 now we have this feature. Well, dictation takes your speech and converts this into your writing. For example, if I just click on it, it will get activated. So now if I speak, it will take my speaking and it is converting everything into the writing, as you can see on your screen. Well, in order to stop this one, again go there and just click on it, and here you can see it has just stopped. Here we have different settings that we can perform over this dictation. To do so, just click on this drop down arrow, and here you can see these are different languages that are available with this feature. So you can choose any language and you can start speaking and it will convert your speaking into that particular language. Support for open document format. Well, now almost every application from the Office 2021 have the support for open document format. In order to use that one, just go to your files and after that click on save as. Go to the directory where you want to save this content, and after that click on this save as type option. Here you can see it says open document presentation. Well, the benefit of using this option is this option is compatible with other Office suites like LibreOffice, and we have some other Office suites as well. So that's a really cool thing that you can start working in Microsoft product and you can use those things into some other Office suites as well. Present in team. Well, now we can start sharing our presentations and we can start presenting them into Microsoft Teams straight away. To do so, just open your presentations or open your slides, and after that here we have a drop down arrow along with present. Just click on it and here it says present in Teams. So just click on it. What it will do, it will ask you to open your Microsoft team. Just open it. From here, go to the team or go to the channel where you want to share this particular presentation. I'll go to this one. From here, we have to start a meeting. So I will start a meeting in here, and here you can see we have successfully started the meeting, and here it is asking whether we want to share this document or not. Just click on present, and now it is loading the PowerPoint slides, and after that it will get shared with all the members on this channel. And here you can see we have the same content that we have opened into our PowerPoint web. And now let's move on to the next one, PowerPoint Live. Well, PowerPoint Live was available earlier as well, but now they have improved a lot of things. For example, if you have some nodes attached to this particular slide, you will be able to see those nodes in this section. From here, you can increase the font size and you can decrease it as well. And here you have different pens and different other things that you can apply to your slides. And here you have grid view. Just click on it and it will show you your all the slides in a grid view. To get out of this, just click on this cross button, and if you click on this more action button, here it will convert your slideshow into a contrast mode. So that's a really good thing that Microsoft have went one step ahead into PowerPoint Live aspect. And now let's move on to the next one. Convert Word to PPT. Well, now we can directly convert the Word files into PPT slides. To do so, let me open a Word file and then we will move ahead. Let's say this is a document that I want to convert into the PPT document. To do so, just go to your file section and from here click on export. Well, this option is available in the web version of PowerPoint, and from here you can see we have an option that says export to PowerPoint presentation. So I will just click on it, and now it is asking us to choose a design theme for this document. I'll choose this one, and after that I will just click on export, and now it is exporting our Word document into PowerPoint document. And we are done. Now I will click on open presentation. As you can see here, this was the title of my document, and same goes here in PowerPoint document. And after that I have different content of my document in PowerPoint as well. So here you can see we have different things and we can do some tweaks here. We can add different things in here. So that's a really cool thing that it saves us a lot of time without doing a lot of work. And now let's move on to the next thing. Immersive Reader. This new feature is the Immersive Reader in PowerPoint for the web. Is a tool that was inclusively designed to help those people who have struggled with reading. They can have dyslexia, or they can also have vision impairment, or it could be someone who does not speak the native language. Well, Immersive Reader was available in many other applications, but now it is available in PowerPoint for web. Let's say this is my content and I'll show you that how it works. So first of all, I need to select the content, then right click on it, and here it says open in Immersive Reader. So I'll just click on it. So here you can see it has opened a new window, and if you click on this play button, what it will do, it will speak for every word that is written on this window. Well, here we have some settings that we can apply. For example, we can increase the voice speed. We can also select the voice. At the moment it is female. We also have the male version. Up here we have different settings that we can perform. For example, the first one is text preference. You can increase the text size, you can decrease it, you can increase the spacing. Now the spacing is not more here. If I just click on it, here you can see we have more spacing. You can change the font style. Then you can apply different themes onto the content, and down here you have more colors, and then it says show source formatting. After that we have grammar options. For example, if you want to go nouns, just check this option. If you want to see what are the verbs, just check this option. Adjective, verbs, and many other things. So as you can see here, it is showing us that these are the noun words. Then we have the most important thing, and that is reading preference. Here we have an option that says line focus. If I just enable this, here you can see now we will be able to read the content, or we'll be able to hear the content line by line. Here you can see if I just click on the scroll up button, it is moving upward. Go there again, go with 3 line option, and here you can see now we have 3 lines. Down here it says translate. From here you can translate this content into any language that is available in this list. So go with any language as per your liking, and you will have translation on everything that will be there onto your PowerPoint document. And now let's move on to the next one. Autofix. Well, this feature saves a lot of your time. I'll show you that what I'm talking about. Let's say I have added some of the shapes into my document. Let me select one of them. I'll paste it in here. I'll copy it and I will paste it several times. Now, let's say you want to arrange all of them in a single line. So I'll just arrange them arbitrarily, and then we'll see that how autofix works. So I'll just arrange it here. I will arrange it here. Now, in order for autofix to work, select all the shapes. So I will select all of them. And after that, right click on any one of them, and here it says autofix. Just click on it. It will take 2 or 3 seconds, but it has arranged everything in a particular manner. Let's say you have more shapes. For example, I will just copy all of them. I'll paste it, and now I will drag them and I will drop them down here. I will again paste it here, and this time I will drag them and I will drop them on the top. And now I will just check all of them. And now if I right click on it, here it says autofix. I will just click on it and let's see what it will do. So here you can see it has arranged them again in a particular and a perfect manner. So this is how autofix work. And now let's move on to the last one. Email PDF shortcut. Well, we can email this document as a PDF document, but we can do that with one simple click. To do so, I will have to move to my desktop version of PowerPoint 2021. So this is my PowerPoint desktop 2021, and from here I'll show you that how you can do that. Here you can see we have a button that says customize quick access toolbar. If you just click on it, here it says more commands. Just click on it. From here, go for all commands, and here we have all the commands that are available in PowerPoint 2021. Keep scrolling down until you get to the E section, and from there I'll show you what it is. And here you can see we are into E section, and here it says email as PDF attachment. Just click on it. After that, click on add, and here you can see it has been added successfully. Now click on OK, and here you can see we have an icon for email as PDF attachment. If you just click on it, now you will be able to send this document as a PDF attachment to anyone. And with that, we are done with all the 18 features that are there in Microsoft PowerPoint 2021. And now I believe that you will have a better idea, and you must have learned a lot of new things about Microsoft PowerPoint 2021. If that is the case, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon along with it. And if you have anything to ask, please leave a comment below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Till the next video, take care.